Hi there. Today I want to talk about how we're running the business with having zero refunds till date.
Your value increases when you add value to others.
Building relationships is really important and vital, and building those processes for those relationships in place is really important for us to ensure that we have a stable ground and a platform to ensure that we have customers and we value those customers by providing them value in every step of the way. So whether it be their onboarding process, whether it be them selecting the services that they need, we always make sure to provide them extra value, go that extra mile to understand their needs, requirements, and meet those needs and requirements. And once we've met those needs and requirements, you'll never have a customer come back and say that, no, you've not done enough for us. So I've been in this business, in the edtech space for nearly 7 years now, and I've seen the highs and lows of edtech and how how refunds happen, how customers come back with issues. And whilst I've been in my own business, starting Edge space around about 2+ years now, and we're going strong without having any refunds. And until date, we've not seen that, or we've not seen the need for a refund, or no, customers have not come to us asking for a refund. And I want to break down and I want to go in depth and try to understand how is it that we've cracked that out? How is it that we've provided the services in such a way that we don't allow them to actually come back for refunds, or even if they do have any unsatisfactory in their steps or in their experiences within the business, how do we kind of tackle that, and how do we provide them solutions rather than a refund? Not many customers have actually come out to us and said, no, they're not satisfied with the service. They might, switch schools, or they might switch syllabuses, in terms of the curriculums that they study. So that would require them to switch teachers. They wouldn't necessarily want to switch teachers because they're happy with the current teacher, but then the current teacher might not be the right person for that particular curriculum. So then they're forced to kind of shift, or they finish school and then they have to stop learning. So then if it's university level, then we've got to find someone in the university level, and so on. So these are our challenges that we face, but these are things that we can tackle. So when it comes to building those relationships with them at the early stages, we have an initial consultation to actually understand what their need is. So whether it be the parent that's coming up, or whether the student is coming up to us and asking for classes or requesting us for classes, we try to understand what exactly they need. And if their needs are for preparations for their exams, or if their needs are to actually just have extra classes and they're not getting the support that they need from the school, and they need additional support from our side, then we ensure that we can find a tutor based on those particular needs. So breaking down that, I'll go back into the time spent with the customer to engage with them and try to understand their needs. We also need to kind of figure out which teacher is best suited for them. So when we look at the best suited teacher, we need to also factor in a lot of concerns in terms of do the teachers have time? Do they have enough time for them to be flexible? Are they able to kind of give more time to a particular student for care and attention? And so we kind of factor in all these needs before mapping them with a particular tutor. So that's kind of building that trust and that foundation for the next level, for them to actually go into that demo class and understand what exactly they want, and are they getting that from the demo class? Are they getting that reciprocation from the teacher? And if they are, and everything ticks off, then they're more likely to stay with that teacher long term. And then we have regular check-ins. So for example, now if we have a 14-day refund policy, or some teachers, or some of the courses that they take will probably have like a month refund policy. And when we have these in place, to ensure that we have irregular check-ins as well. So every week, or maybe as the month goes by, we have check-ins with the parent or the student to understand, are they getting their needs met? And if they are getting their needs met, then they continue and they obviously progress. So it all depends on how the parents and student also are willing to pay. So if they're paying for 6 months, if they're paying for 12 months, or if they're paying monthly, it depends. So all those things change. But at the same time, for the whole outset, in terms of a process, we always ensure that we're listening to that customer in that feedback loop. So if they give a feedback saying, no, the first class didn't go too well, then we understand that, no, we might need to provide a little bit more support, or do we need to provide a little bit more materials for them to actually, get grasp, or do we need to provide a material for the teachers to actually use as teaching material. So we try to evaluate. And then there are certain instances when, if for example, a student does come up and say, no, look, I had a 1 hour session and I feel like this session was completely confusion and there was nothing that was being taught. And so we can evaluate those classes and kind of understand, okay, can we repeat that class? Can we have another session to kind of, to kind of replace that class? And we might have additional classes given to support them. And this is us giving that extra, going that extra mile to make sure that they're satisfied and they're also getting that learning outcomes met for them. So along with that regular check-ins, we ensure that they're also provided with high quality tutoring. So if you want to understand the business, you can also understand it by seeing what steps we take for us to ensure that we select the best tutors. So now once we've selected the best tutors, we're now able to kind of maneuver and try to understand and give them the right quality of education that's required for a particular student, because they have prerequisites when it comes to the teachers needing to have a pen tab. They need to have a certain bandwidth for the internet that they use. And then they also need to use our platform. They're not allowed to take them out of the, use Zoom or Google Meet. They use our own platform. And so our whiteboarding system is there in place to ensure that we have a track and we are able to provide the best quality learning possible. And then, with this personalized learning experience, we're also able to understand the students' unique needs and evaluation of those needs, and making sure that we're also understanding from the teacher's perspective, is a student able to grasp whatever is being taught? So there are instances where the teacher might say the student kind of is not understanding how I'm putting things together, or not understanding my methods of teaching. Then what we do have an evaluation with the parent is that the teacher feels this way, so we're able to kind of switch over to another teacher, transition with them in a smooth manner. So all these things are done by communicating. So if you look at that, building that strong and effective relationship, you're building it by building that strong communication. So once that communication is built, you can more often believe that your customers are going to come back to you when there's a problem, rather than sit back and just say, okay, fine, no, they're not able to satisfy our needs. Now, and then we're also able to provide them a response when it comes to transparent communication when it comes to teachers, students, us involved, to provide them additional support, as well as our response timing. So when there is an issue, we want to get it sorted as soon as possible. We have a 24-hour TAT, so to get those responses immediately done. So once we have those things in place, we have the steps in place to ensure that we get back to the customer on time. We get back to the customer to understand, have we solved the need, or is this something that we have to evaluate for the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or a month, or 2 months. So if that's the case, then we'll evaluate, and we'll have an evaluation process. We might even push up their refund policies and so on. But that giving them that confidence to actually understand that we're on their side, and we need to make sure that we're there on their side, because at the end of the day, it's a service-oriented business. We're there to provide educational service, so we want to ensure that we're building and bringing the best educational support service to them at their fingertip, in terms of using the classes and taking those classes on their laptop or their phones or their tablets. We want to ensure that the best possible outcomes are given when it comes to the teaching is concerned. And then we also have value-added services. So, for example, additional resources being given. We have, we're able to engage them with other students. We're able to understand what other students are facing. So any feedback that comes up for a particular tutor, a teacher does not have just one student. So obviously, if there is a problem that a teacher is facing, then it would be replicated into other students like classes as well. So we can kind of nail down and understand as a feedback, are the teachers getting the same feedback from every student, and if that's the case, then maybe there are some things that need to be tweaked, or give them extra training. Teachers need an extra training on our platform, or anything that's possible. We're able to fix it quickly because we understand and we're learning as we're going. And so that continuous engagement with that student teacher is really important, and to keep it live and to keep it lively, and to also keep engaging them and providing them the support. Make sure that the teachers also feel that they're heard and they're also supported by us. So creating that ecosystem is really important, and that foundation is built because we can create that ecosystem. And then all that feedback that comes in is acted upon. So that we're closing the feedback loop. We're evaluating and we're coming back to you. Even if you've raised a ticket or if you raise an issue, we know that we're going to come back to you and ask you, have we solved it, or do we need to improve on something else? So these are things that we obviously want to keep improving on. And yes, and it's been a good run so far, and that's why we've been successful in terms of not having to provide any refunds, or there haven't been any requests. We have had zero requests when it comes to refunds, and I'm delighted. And just like I've seen how much our customers support us by coming back to us, and even after having all these setups, and even when they change schools, or when they change to a different university, or they change from schools to university, and they go up, they still remember to come back to their old teacher, or they still remember to come back to EduSpace to find their next teacher. So it's really delightful to understand that, and we want to continually improve. And if you guys have any ideas or suggestions, please do drop it in the comment section below. And yeah, hit me up if you want to get any help, or anything that I can help in your business, or even just have a quick chat with you guys to kind of see how we can collaborate, network. I'm happy to have a chat. Hope you found this useful and informative. Please do like, share, and subscribe. Just to keep going with that algorithm, and to make people happy, and to also get others to view this, and view this channel, and to also listen to this podcast. Thank you guys. Cheers. Take care.